All right, all right, all right. What is up, everybody? We haven't been on this week yet, but we did want to get on and answer some questions that you might have before Sunday. So, happy Friday to you, and hope you are 7-0. I don't have any 7-0 teams this year. Do you have any undefeated teams, Nate?
No. I think I have a 6-1 team.
Yeah,
I think it's in the silver league. I'm kicking butt in that league right now, but
I don't.
that's about it. So
Yeah. So I hope you guys are more dominant than we are. Even though all my teams are, I don't think I have any awful teams. I just think that all my teams I feel like are like 4-3 or like 5-2. So
yeah.
but it could be worse. But happy to have you guys all here. If you're just jumping on, make sure you drop a like if you enjoy the streams, and also, per usual, you can use the link here in the pinned comment. Your question will pop up right here on my screen. Whether it's a team review, you want a blueprint, whether it's a trade question, you need help with your lineup this week, whatever. We're going to be answering as many questions as we get tonight. So, like I said, smash the like button if you support the channel, and then also follow the link. Let's get your questions submitted. Let's go through and answer some questions tonight while we're on here. So, hope you guys are all doing great. Devon Achane or J.K. Dobbins or James Cook in a PPR league?
I believe this week we have Cook ranked over all of those guys. I will fact check myself there.
I'll let you be the rankings dude.
Yeah, we've got James Cook at 14. We've got J.K. Oh my gosh, we literally have all three of them back to back.
Yeah,
Cook, Dobbins, Achane, back to back. If you want my personal opinion, I'm going to go with the two best offenses there. Since Tua is back, it's going to be between Buffalo and Miami. I would probably just go ahead and bet on James Cook being the safest option there because he's got the most consistent situation. Achane, it kind of is anyone's guess who's going to be ultra productive there and who's not. Maybe Tua will be rusty coming back. We just don't know. So
yeah.
I think the safe go would be James Cook.
Yeah. I think the upside play would be Achane. I probably at this point, now that
the upside play is always Achane. Yeah.
Now that Tua is back, I probably lean Achane, but all of them are pretty good starts for their own separate reasons. Like, again, they're all ranked. They're all in the same tier. I'm assuming we didn't have a tier break there, did we?
Correct. All in the same tier.
So honestly, you got us kind of stumped there. Adam, would you trade T and Pollard for Jonathan Taylor? I have wide receiver depth. Yeah, that's an upside play. Honestly, T's been scoring a lot of points though. I mean, I don't know what his points per game are, but I know they're freaking. I know it's high.
T. Higgins.
Yeah, I mean, he's been. He's really good. 13, I guess. Okay, 16 in PPR leagues, 13 and a half in half PPR leagues. So I mean, that's pretty freaking good.
I will say if you have depth though, I think this is a decent time to move off of Pollard, and I think T. Higgins is now struggling with a quad injury, and he's questionable for this week. So that's another thing to take into account. JT coming back healthy off that ankle. And
are you kidding me? He really is. Sorry, I didn't mean to post that link. Whoops.
Yeah, you didn't see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he got a quad injury. Classic T. Higgins, dude.
When he's on the field, he's so good, but the when he's on the field part is the hurdle.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. Whatever.
Actually, he'd probably injure himself if he did hurdles. So.
Shut up, Nathan. So he's officially questionable. That makes me really upset.
Yeah. You're fine. Well, you've got a good team.
I guess I could start Jacoby Myers or DeAndre Hopkins. So.
Right. Yeah. I literally first thing I did, I was like,
oh, it does say he should be good to go. So.
That's good.
Okay, so he'll play. Yeah.
Yeah. I was literally going to go out there in the flock league. I was like, man, whoever has D-Hop, I'm about to overpay for him. And I looked, I was like, gosh.
It's me.
Of all the people, I mean, I would have paid anyone in the league a pretty price for DeAndre Hopkins. And yeah, no.
Yeah, my team got better this week. I didn't make a stupid trade with non-creator, but my team did get a little bit better. Yeah. So,
but that's the thing is like you can't even start him. So honestly, the best thing you can do at this point is just up tier. I think everyone at this rate knows that everyone's trying to down tier right now.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get deals done.
Sal did ask me about Jacoby Myers tonight, so maybe I'll move Jacoby. But we'll see.
Sal and I Sal and I have literally been in talks for like 4 straight weeks, and
The
we
thing
haven't
is,
gotten
though,
anything done.
I like Jacoby Myers more than the average person, so
Yes,
that's
you do.
tough. Let's do EWAS47 super message here on the site. You guys can follow the link in the pinned comment or the link that I just posted if you want to get your trade question, get your super chat answered. This is how we're going to be answering all of our questions. EWAS says, "Boys, I'm struggling. Kyler, AR, or Tua? Let's get one person out of there right away, and that's going to be Anthony Richardson. I don't want any part of starting Anthony Richardson right now, just to be honest with you.
Yep.
Between Kyler or Tua, honestly, this is probably close.
It's Kyler for me. If he has the upside to rush for a 50-yard touchdown, I'll take it.
Yeah, I guess we do need to separate like how bad Kyler's been from an NFL perspective from, actually not being that bad from a fantasy perspective.
Yeah.
But he has
they
been...
are tier apart in our rankings.
Do we have Kyler? Yeah.
We've got Kyler at 7th overall. We've got Tua at 13th or 12th overall.
I do expect Tua to come back and have a pretty good week, though. In most formats, I think you're going to start him.
Well, they are playing each other, so
yeah.
Miami doesn't allow a lot of quarterback production. They're one of the better ones in the league. Actually, currently the defensive position ranked 32nd. Now, in fairness, they have not had the toughest quarterback matchups of all time in the first third of the season. Tua should be fine playing Arizona. Again, it really just depends on, do you think Achane is going to go nuts? Do you think Tua is going to go nuts? Do you think all of them will? I don't really know. So we'll see.
The unfortunate thing about Kyler right now is like his games where he hasn't scored a rushing touchdown outside of the game he threw for 3 passing touchdowns, they've been rough, like production wise. So what sucks is like with a lot of these rushing upside quarterbacks, you think, okay, well, Lamar's going to get me 20 points. And then if he gets me a rushing touchdown or two, like he's going to score 30 points. With Kyler, it's like he's using his rushing touchdown. Like he didn't have his rushing touchdown last week. That was like almost half of his points, which is nuts. So the unfortunate part about Kyler right now, since he's not really playing that well, not really passing that well, is that the upside is getting him to like, I don't know where he's projected actually. So it's interesting. He's been worse. He's honestly been worse than I thought he would this year, which kind of sucks because I have drafted a ton of them.
Agreed.
Honestly,
I was hoping his upside would be very Lamar-esque. Lamar's looking like he's on another MVP run right now.
But again, it's another one of those years I feel like
good.
where there is really like no clear cut MVP. Nobody's standing out right now. So
no, there generally is not in the first 6 weeks of the season or 7 weeks.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like Darnold deserves to be up there with the best of them. Like he's been. Good.
Baker would have been in the conversation if Godwin and Mike Evans hadn't gotten hurt. I think right now I don't even know what the odds are, but at this point, I think people are just betting on the guys that are hot at the end of the season, and that's generally Lamar, Burrow. Mahomes will always be in the odds, even though he shouldn't.
He is. He's like second.
This year is the first year I'm like, he really. I mean, he's out intercepting his touchdowns. So
they're not really using him that much. So
they're not using him that much. No.
And
he'll not knocking on Mahomes at all. He's the best quarterback in the league, but still, if you're doing seasonal MVP.
The second part of this question is Christian Watson, Ladd McConkey, Rashad Bateman, or Dontavion Wicks in a half-point PPR league. Bateman's been the best of all of them the last couple of weeks, honestly. That's just kind of crazy. But honestly, I think my choice there might, because Ladd's questionable. Bateman is the wide receiver 22 right now. That's bananagrams off of two games of production. But no, I mean, still the targets are not there for Bateman.
Someone in the comments said the unfortunate thing now is Call of Duty 6.
yeah. That's true. Sleeper posted like a thing where it was like Kyler's like efficiency, and it was like 4 different seasons, and then like the point at which Call of Duty was released during that season, and it went down every time. It was wild stuff.
That's actually hilarious.
Who are you going here, Nathan? I think I don't know. Wicks doesn't do anything unless he catches a touchdown is the thing.
Yeah, no, I'm not big on starting Wicks at all.
Honestly, Ladd might be the safest guy.
I would go Ladd.
Yeah, I think you go Ladd here. Half-point PPR.
Bateman's got some touchdown upside, but again, he's very boom bust as well. So I go with Ladd.
Yeah. All right. Appreciate you, Ewaz. Like I said, guys, I'll drop the link again. But submit your questions. We'll answer questions as long as they're flowing in on the site. But you can get your questions answered here. Let's go to Skitty's question. He's got a trade question for us. Already did this trade, and I got Chase. Did I win? Thanks. Any moves? Perhaps. So this is going to be a redraft 12-team league, start 8. He sent T and Javonte, and he got Jamar Chase. That's a no-brainer.
No brains.
Yeah,
that's a steal.
That's ridiculous.
Nice
I
job.
don't know how you pulled that off, but it's great. It's a really good trade. So
yeah. Oh, speaking. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You got it.
Oh, I was just thinking of another trade that I made, but let's talk about his first.
Yeah, so, I mean, especially if you have the depth to do this, you're also selling high on Javonte here because Javonte did come off of his best career game. Now, the thing with T. Higgins and Jamar Chase is there are going to be weeks where you see them produce comparably because T. Higgins is out-targeting Chase. But the upside that you get with Chase is the league-winning upside compared to T. Higgins, where he has upside, but he's going to be more of a high-floor guy in my opinion when he's healthy, honestly. Right. So, what trade did you do?
I'm 2-5 in this fantasy league, and I've my second best running backs like Ramondre or something. I have Mixon and Ramondre. I've got a ton of injuries. And I have Amon-Ra as my best receiver. With Tua coming back, I now can start Waddle, and then Jacoby Myers I have to start too. So I sold Amon-Ra. This was just a straight up offer that I got from this guy. I gave him Amon-Ra, and I got JT and Kareem Hunt.
Yeah. That's
and I was like, well, I'm not winning with Amon-Ra right now.
Well, I mean, you have to do what you have to do.
So you gotta, Kareem's another flexible guy. So
yeah. So
I just thought it was interesting. I didn't know if you saw that one.
I didn't see that one, but that's interesting. I'm taking Chase here. Good trade, Skitty. Appreciate it, man. Man of Cole, what's up? 2-part question here. It's a 1 QB full PPR. Do I do a Jaden Daniels, Knicks, or Drake May? Jaden Daniels won't be playing this week. And between Knicks and May, who does May have this week?
Between Knicks and May, I believe we have. I think we have them pretty close together because Knicks is playing Carolina. But May has been pretty dang productive. We've got Drake May and Bo Nix in the same tier this week. May's got the Jets. Now the negative or red light matchup against the Jets for Drake May is going to be a little softer this week because their defense has been a shell of what it was with Salah. But Bo Nix playing Carolina, gosh, man, it's tough to bet against that matchup. I think I'd probably lean Knicks this week.
Yeah, I think I would go Knicks as well. And then especially with, again, Knicks is not he has had games where he has actually supplemented his points with some rushing ability, which people said we were crazy at the beginning of the season for pointing that out, but really you've seen it in a couple games now, even since then. So that's the other thing with Knicks. Rushed for 75 yards last Thursday night. So 61 yards the game before that. Jeez. That's 6 and 7 points.
You know what the crazy thing is too is even as a prospect, we were saying, what do you mean he has a super low ceiling? He ran in college, and he ran quite a bit, and he got these comps for these stiff pocket passers that can't move, even though that's how he kind of made a living in college. So he's a good start.
And then 2 flexes here: Debo, Hunt, JSN, or Bigsby. You have to start Kareem Hunt, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think you do. Yeah.
And then is Debo off the is he good?
He literally has pneumoniya.
I know, so that's what I'm wondering.
And he was hospitalized for it earlier this week. So he's not going to be 100% even if he plays. I'm leaning Bigsby, especially if ETN doesn't play.
If ETN doesn't play, it's Bigsby. I agree. Yeah. I got to play Bigsby if ETN doesn't play. But
JSN is objectively the 4th option in this situation.
Yeah, you might be. I think if ETN plays, maybe you consider JSN because without DK. But again, JSN has just not been that good. That's the unfortunate part.
Yeah, I'm going for upside in my flex, honestly.
Yeah, Debo's questionable.
Doesn't it take a couple weeks to recover from pneumonia?
It says he has a chance to play, so I don't know. I mean, again, we'll just kind of see. But
Yeah.
I right now would go Hunt and Bigsby if ETN doesn't play. If not Bigsby, then I think Debo. So
Yeah. So did you watch no. Did you hear about the Vikings and Rams game last night?
I watched it. Yeah,
You did watch it?
yeah, I watched the game.
Oh, you had it on during the volleyball game then.
Well, so the volleyball game actually ended like at 8:45. So I
Okay.
actually like
okay.
8:40 because they killed them. So I turned it on the way home and I watched the second half here. But I watched pretty much the whole game.
Okay.
It was
So you saw the face mask and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
It
I was
wasn't
watching it.
called, and like it was a good game.
yeah, no,
I'll
it
tell
was
you what,
really
man.
entertaining. The
When
Rams are
Puka
so
and
much
Cup
more
on the
fun.
field
Yeah.
with Kyron, like
Yes.
it's just ridiculous. It's unfair. Like
Yeah.
Flores was losing it on the sideline.
Yeah, which
Like it was ticking him off because he couldn't.
I know.
It was awesome.
It was a great game. I loved that game.
Yes.
And I was pissed because I needed them to keep driving so you
Aaron
keep throwing the ball
Jones.
to Aaron Jones and J Jeff. So
Yeah. Yep.
like I was mad because I'm like, you just missed a
Yeah.
bad call.
Well, you know what? Really, really, I think the Vikings would have won if Darisaw hadn't gotten hurt.
yeah,
That
that's a big injury.
completely changed the entire game.
Yeah.
They couldn't do they couldn't do half of
Yeah.
what they were able to do with Darisaw on the field. He's one of the best left tackles in the league.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
that sucked. I saw him go down. I was like, oh crap, because that kind of messes up what they want to do for the rest of the year. Because he went on IR. I think he tore his ACL, right?
Yeah, yeah,
They're going to be in trouble offensively
yeah. They will.
without him.
That sucks.
Darnold was flustered.
Darnold's just gonna have to get the ball out quicker, and I think it's gonna give J Jeff even more targets, which is nuts. He's so good. Start Najee or ETN. Najee right now for me. Don't you think, Nate? Like, I don't think I can start ETN over Najee right now.
Nah, Najee.
Cooper or Pickens? That's a good one, actually. I'd go Cooper. Still.
I would go Amari Cooper as well. Let's see a couple
close.
weeks of Pickens be
Yes.
consistent with Russ, and then we can talk about it. But right now, I'm going with Amari.
Tyreek Hill's a must start this week. So the question was Hill or Moore. You got to start Hill.
Yep.
CD, Diggs, BTJ, Jacoby Tillman, Tolbert. Should I try and find a better wide receiver too? You got Diggs and BTJ. No, I think you're good. I think you got enough guys here. And Jacoby is your 4. You've got a good wide receiver room.
Yep.
And you've got Mixon, Barkley, and Kamara. I figured like if you have that wide receiver room, you probably got a really good running back room. That's a team that's going to compete for a championship, no doubt. What's up, Robert? Full PPR. What do you guys think about playing Ingram and flexing Ferguson? I need a wide receiver. My flex options are Marv, Tank, Najee, Chuba, or Fergie. I wouldn't flex a tight end over some of those guys. Not Tank Dell, not Marv, not Najee, not Chuba. Honestly, Fergie would be the last guy I would choose there. I think all of those guys they have more upside than Fergie does. That's just the nature of flexing tight ends. It usually doesn't work out. So,
your wide receiver would be Marv.
Yes.
And then your flex would be Najee.
Yeah. So I would go. I go Marv and Najee. Honestly, Tank Dell's probably there with him still since Nico's still out. But yeah.
Well, he is playing the Colts too.
Yeah. So honestly, I would probably go Tank. Chuba's not bad. I mean, honestly, it's solid, but. Start Amari or Marv? Amari. Javonte, Bigsby, or Chubb? I'd go Javonte after his big week. He looked as good as he's been. I think you just start him until it's like, okay, I'm trading this guy.
I'd probably lean Bigsby, but
yeah, it just depends. It depends on if ETN plays, because the thing is about Bigsby, like if he doesn't score a touchdown, he's going to score 3 points, unless he breaks off a big run. Like I mean, it's just. But he does. Bigsby has looked good. Devontae, but... I need Bigsby to be good. So I mean, I'm all for.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah. Chase Brown or Jalen McMillan? I would go Chase Brown. Nate. I want to see it from I want to see it from McMillan before I think I give him the nod. So. Guys, it could be a vacated volume thing. Like I love Jalen McMillan, but like I don't think there's any guarantee he's going to come in and score 12 points. So
I think he's best as a 2.
He is.
And he's being pushed into a 1.
Again,
option,
I think
which means you've got all the number 1 corners matched up against McMillan, which I'm not as big of a fan of.
I'm not either.
So
Pearsall, Rashad White, or McMillan. I think you go Rashad White there pretty easily.
Yeah. Rashad is going to be schemed up like crazy for Baker now. He legitimately is effectively the best receiving option.
Yeah.
In that offense now.
Yeah,
so,
no, you're right.
I'm pumped for that.
Yeah, I mean, I need it in a lot of leagues. Vikings defense isn't great. Start streaming. Yeah, I mean, I think you can. I don't think you have to be like attached to the Vikings defense the rest of the season. The thing
You don't
about
have
the
to be attached
Vikings,
to any defense.
no, you don't. Although I have the Steelers, and I'm not dropping the Steelers in the
I
only
haven't
league.
dropped Cleveland.
Yeah,
Cleveland has
no,
a nice
Cleveland's
little
good.
floor.
Yeah,
So
and Pittsburgh, like you get a TJ Watt strip sack every game. So
yeah, I was gonna say, really, at the end of the day, it isn't how little points they allow; it's how many turnovers they
it's how
force.
it's sacks, turnovers. Like
And it's
it's
yeah.
how much can they
and
negate
Pittsburgh's
giving
like
up
that.
24 points? Yeah.
Yeah, Cleveland loves their turnovers. Like they
Yes.
force so many of them. They
Yeah.
do so. Special teams is a big one too. They have one of the best special teams in the league, which I think is very overlooked. You generally just think about the defense, but they have like the best special teams coordinator in the league apparently. So
Yeah. So yeah, I'm good with streaming. Again, the Vikings, the thing is they keep getting into shootouts because their secondary is not great. Honestly, Gilmore looked bad last night. Like, and they brought him in to be like a veteran presence, and he's not really been performing. So
Gilly's kind of riding on the coattails of his
he is.
depoy year, which was, I mean, we're 5 years removed from.
I mean, yeah, he played for the Colts since then, like, and also,
yeah. Well, he was actually good that year, and then he asked for a
was good that
trade
year.
out. So,
yeah, which I don't blame him.
no.
Thoughts on T's injury? It looks like he's going to play. I honestly didn't know about it until today, but it looks like he's going to play from what I just read. So they target Nico now. Yeah, I would target Nico. He's going to come back soon. He's a good buy low, especially if you need upside or if you're in a good position to buy somebody like that, then yeah. Is it collusion to trade DJ Moore for T this week in exchange for a guaranteed Kyren or James Cook next week? How does that work?
Yeah. Kyren for
James Cook. So you're doing it. No, that's not collusion. You guys can do it. That's not collusion. You're just staggering your trades. Just don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Stroud or Caleb? I still go Stroud. Bounce back week.
Why would you trade Kyren for James Cook?
Well,
but never mind. That's not part of the question.
Yeah, I don't know. You could do it. Yeah, personally, we're taking DJ Moore and we're taking Kyren there pretty easily. So like, whatever side of the deal you're getting, I'm assuming he'd be getting Kyren is what he's saying. I'm assuming he's trading away DJ Moore this week and getting Kyren next week. I don't know. That's what I'm assuming. Jordan Mason or Gibbs? Gibbs, for sure.
Gibbs.
Dell, Wicks, Bateman, if no Zay to pair.
No.
Is Zay questionable?
He is. He's a legit questionable.
What?
I think he'll be fine. I think he'll play.
Okay.
Or Marv to pair with Waddle. I think I go Marv.
Yeah. Honestly,
maybe I don't know. I don't know.
I think you go Tank.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
I mean, I think you go Tank. He plays the Colts, and
yeah, I know.
Yeah, I expect a bounce back week from that offense. So,
here, what do our rankings say?
What does we did move Tank down this week a little bit. So
we moved Tank down a little bit because he hasn't a crap, and
yeah,
Mixon. I would bet on Mixon to do the Colts than Tank Dell, honestly, because Stroud has actually not been too hot.
Well, last week he wasn't. You remember in week 1 when you were like, sit Mixon?
Yes. No, I didn't say sit him. I said sell him.
No, you said sit him against the Colts because you thought the receivers were going to have all the production.
No, that was the sell video.
We didn't do a sells before week 1, did we?
Yeah, we did. And I said sell Mixon before week 1 so you can buy him back later.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, same effect.
No.
Pollard or Waddle and flex?
We actually have Flowers at 12 this week playing Cleveland.
Yeah.
And then we have
Dell.
We have Dell at 24 and we have Marv at 26.
Dell where? 24?
Yeah.
I think it's Dell.
That's pretty reasonable.
I mean, Zay would be I think Zay is the starter if Zay plays, but I think it's Dell if Zay doesn't play. So.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
What about Pollard or Waddle?
Waddle.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. Let's go to
here's a question. Would you start Pollard, Pittman, or Dobbs?
I've
been hung up on it for like the last 48 hours. I have Pollard in my lineup, and I'm
I'd
sticking
probably
with him.
just
I think
go
he's got the
Pollard.
safest floor.
I think you just go.
He's got the safest floor.
Yeah.
Because Dobbs, I feel like an idiot not starting Dobbs, but I don't know if he's going to get 4 targets or 15.
Yeah.
So, and if he gets 4, then he has to have it. Yeah. Otherwise, it's a goose egg. So, yeah. I don't know.
Let's answer Iwaz's Dynasty trade over on the site here. He says Dynasty said won't say which side I had. Kyler, Marv, Swift, Warren, for Daniels and Garrett Wilson, full PPR 2 QB. Okay, so this is basically Kyler and Marv for Daniels and Garrett Wilson. Swift and Warren don't matter here. And honestly, man, that's really close, honestly. That's really close. Maybe Swift and Warren do matter. Maybe that's what... I don't know. Which side are you taking there? Best player is Daniels, but second and third best player is Kyler and Marv.
I go Kyler, Marv, Swift there.
I think I would probably too. I think.
In Dynasty.
Dynasty Superflex.
Yeah, I was thinking redraft mode. I still go with Kyler and Marv.
I think I would too. That's honestly really even to me, but
because I think you can Swift at a premium.
Yeah.
Flip him. He's going for higher and higher prices. Like we've seen him go at a max of a couple seconds right now.
Yeah.
And he may go for more if he keeps the streak up.
Okay. Let's go back to the comments. Paul says, "Want to thank you guys for Blueprint 2.0. Really awesome. Appreciate the review and advice." We really appreciate you getting one, man. We love doing them, but you're supporting us directly when you get that stuff. And we enjoy doing team reviews for you guys. So thank you for getting one, my man. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Should I be selling Kyler? At this point, I think you'd be selling low. I think you just hold. Yeah.
He's still been he's been a mid QB1. Like he's not costing you anything. He doesn't look awful. His production is fine, and fine for a rushing QB is in, again, he's on the low end of the highest producing quarterbacks in the league right now. So I think you just stick with him, hope that they can get better as an offense.
Mason said, "Good luck this week, my young bug. I need you to come through for us."
Oh my gosh.
Well, what do you think about the whole Mason's taking you under his wing thing?
It's so freaking belittling. I don't even know it. So I get out all of my let's crap on Mason just by not even acknowledging it and just trashing him for whatever the frick reason. And I don't even have to.
Hey.
He's not worthy of my at this point. So
hey, he did say he was rooting for you.
Yeah.
Although he said he was done with me.
I appreciate it.
Like Mason, you were Doofenshmirtz. I was Perry the Platypus. Like we can't give up on
Perry
that.
the Platypus.
He said you've learned a lot, come a long way. I didn't know you guys had that kind of relationship. So that's honestly that's great.
I will say, man, I am feeling real high right now because Puka's back.
Your team is different with Puka. Like you don't.
When he came back, I was like, oh my lineup looks a lot better now.
Like yeah,
because Hawk's coming back next week too.
I know.
So like, oh my gosh, if I can get a dub, which will be tough because Austin just got freaking CD.
Yeah.
Like I got to get all the points I can get this week. So
yeah,
it'll be tough, but. Whew.
Let me know when you're done streaming so we can get on our weekly call. You didn't tell me you were getting mentored by Mason. This is nuts. Honestly,
no,
Nathan,
absolutely not.
What's funny is I think your team's pretty clearly better than Corey's now. Your team sucked because Puka got hurt like right away, and Corey's team sucked because his draft was awful.
Because his draft was horrible.
And just trades have sucked.
Yeah. No, I am admittedly right smack in the middle of the pack, and I'm either gonna just make the playoffs or just miss.
Yeah.
Like it's just, and it honestly could come down to this week and next week, and can I come out of this at least 1-1?
Yeah.
If I lose both, I'm probably done. But I got to beat one of you in Austin.
Yeah.
So.
You're right. Corey is done. It's nuts. And it also is funny because he definitely came across in the vlog as like he was the most sure about all of his takes. So watching it crash and burn has been highly.
I'll never forget the live stream where we did it right on the side. And he and Danny were just going at it, and Bush was like, "I swear, Like Garrett Wilson over Justin Jefferson this year, it's not even close for me. Like, I swear.
Oh, that's an
And then he
all-time
picked the
take.
ninth spot. I was like, let me go right behind Corey. Right behind Corey. 110. Here we go, baby.
That that whole that whole draft,
Oh
looking
my
back on it, is
gosh.
wild. That's
It is crazy.
it's not
Yeah.
honestly
It's
like I remember everybody
hindsight's
was saying
2020, man.
I remember everybody saying I had a good draft, and like honestly, if I had
I
the team I
told you you had
drafted,
a good draft.
no,
I
I
told
know.
you you had a good draft.
A lot of people were saying that, but what I'm saying is, if I had kept the team I drafted, my team wouldn't be that good right now
Yeah.
because I had Pittman, like, and who else did I trade
Yeah.
you? Pollard. I mean, Pollard's been fine, but like, I'd still have a good
Pollard's been
team.
fine. Yeah. I'll tell you what, looking back at that, I know everyone keeps trashing me for moving JJ, which whatever. Kyron and JJ are in the same tier. My
Yeah.
biggest regret by far is moving
Oh, it's
Bowers.
no. That
Like I
people.
I should not have moved Bowers. And I honestly, when he started producing, I was like, he's gonna be boom bust. He's gonna be boom bust every single week. And if I can get this like move done, but I'll tell you
Yeah,
what, if I had known that Devontae Adams was gonna get traded, oh my gosh,
Mason. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. If you had
ruin
taken
me.
if you had taken Walker there, your team would be
Pretty
really
good.
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
I
I had
could,
taken Walker there, if I had
but
taken Walker instead of Pickens, I think, or I could have gotten Walker on the turn actually in the sixth instead of taking Kyler. I would Walker.
but I mean, another thing about it though is think about how bad my running backs would be. My running backs that I would have
Yeah.
drafted would have been
Yep.
Kyron, ETN, and Pollard. Like, I mean, I would be screwed.
Yep.
So, I mean, that changed.
Yeah.
That changed everything. That's
Mhm.
nuts. But
Yeah.
he honestly, yeah, Walker was like that does look like right now. That looks like the pick of the draft. Like
Looks like the best.
which
Yep.
was
He's
insane.
he's got to stay
Because
healthy.
admittedly,
He's
like
got.
remember that week, I was like, oh, Kenneth Walker's a bad pick, and then he fell to me, and I was like, I can't not take him here.
Yeah. Well,
And
he was one of my least. He was one of our least favorite picks in the draft.
which was
Not because he wasn't a good pick at price. It was just because it was ugly. Yeah, like they were just the remaining running backs in that tier that no one wanted to touch until the tier drop off in the seventh round, and you were kind of just forced to take him in the fourth or fifth round.
well,
But
it was also because we didn't think they were going to use him in the passing game, and all of a sudden he's a PPR cheat
correct.
code. But
Yes.
that was an awful take. We were so wrong about Kenneth Walker, which again, that was me swallowing my pride and taking Kenneth Walker because
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, a lot. Well, remember the draft night. You didn't even want to take him. I was like,
I
dude,
know
you have to take
because
him.
I was like, I don't really want to deal with the
Yeah.
everybody talking crap, but
The
like,
backlash. Yeah.
but it was fun.
Yeah.
So,
Bro, you should have seen me last night during yesterday's game. I had Puka's jersey on, like
you're a
watching
nerd.
the game from the beginning, and every time he got a catch, I was just losing my mind. And oh my gosh, every time he walked off the field, I was like, all right, a catch, 20 yards, he's off the field. Puka on a 50% snap count is still
20 points.
unfair.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's awesome. Yeah, no, I knew you
Oh
were
my
pumped
gosh.
because I mean I was pumped for some of my other teams. I have Puka in a ton of
Yeah.
leagues. So,
Yeah.
all right,
I'm telling you, man, if you made it through the injury with Puka out like 3 and 4,
I'm
at
through.
worst,
That's
like,
what I am.
You're fine.
I'm 3 and
You're fine.
4
You're
in
gonna
that
be good.
league that I have Nico and Puka and Jamar Chase. So
You're gonna get him. You're gonna get Nico back at the perfect time too.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mason
And
said Kyron and Puka will be deadly. Honestly,
seriously,
Mason, I'm more happy about Kyron now that Puka's back than I was before because
projects a lot
you
more.
saw McVay was calling those run plays for Kyron when Cup and Puka weren't on the field, and they just knew exactly what was coming. And he truly has been touchdown or bust, and not really bust because he's been fine. But like,
what's your schedule look like? I know
oh
you
my
play me in
gosh.
a couple weeks, but is your schedule tough from here on out?
I don't
My
know.
schedule's easier. Like I get a lot easier. I played Danny, Mason, and Zach, and I've played Austin, and I've played Sal. So like I have to play the
Yeah.
developers for a while. But
I'm refreshing here to see what I've got in the next couple of weeks. So I've got you in week 9. I've got Bush in week 10. I've got Sal in week 11. I've got let's freaking go. I got Tom in week 12. And then I've got Mason in week 13.
yeah,
And then I've got Thomas. Oh my gosh, dude.
yeah, it's gonna be close.
It's because I got the land guys out of the way at the beginning of the year.
Well, the guys I played twice. I think I played Austin, Sal, and Corey twice. So
Yeah. Dude, I'll tell you what, though. If I end up missing the playoffs by a game, I deserve it because I will have cost myself the playoffs by not freaking paying what I should have for Ray Davis.
yeah, you that was
Like,
incredibly. It cost you a game. That's nuts.
I mean, if it cost me the season, I deserve it. I can't even, like, I'll kick myself all off season for.
If Mason says in week 13 you've got an L, which he did say he was going to
Yeah.
beat me, but
Yeah, that's fine.
honestly, if Javonte does anything like he did last week for the rest of the season, Mason's team will be that good, which would suck. But
That would be unfortunate.
yeah,
my last guy that I'm riding on, my Hawkinson pick, man.
if
Because
Zach hadn't made
that was another
trade,
that was yeah.
like I think it would be really even. I think there would be 5 teams that could take it. So
Yeah,
But-
because the Godwin injury really killed him.
because I think now your team is capable of making a run. I think Mason's team is still capable of making a run because Mason's team has been a lot better the last couple weeks.
Yep.
And I think Sal's team is good. Now Sal's team's getting hurt.
Imagine my team if I had just never traded anyone.
I know that trade was freaking hilarious.
Yeah,
But
I shouldn't have moved Bowers. Well, you know what? My team would have been really hurting at running back.
yeah,
So I cannot complain having Kyron. It's just the Bowers thing.
hey, if you guys
Because I didn't have to move Bowers.
if you guys do want your question answered, you can drop into the link that I just posted and submit your questions. You can get trade questions, start sit questions. You can get a team review using the My Team stuff like you see on the screen right now. But that's how we're going to answer questions while we're on here. So we'll still go through and answer some of the comments.
Mason's starting to glaze you now.
Avery and Zach.
You said Avery and Zach.
Well, I mean, I think he's being honest. Like, I mean, honestly, like, but Aki and Zach don't really talk about my team as a threat, which I think is kind of hilarious. Like, they legitimately think that one of their team is guaranteed to win the league, and I'm like, I don't think so.
All you got to do is get to the playoffs, man. The amount of times I've seen seeds win the championship.
Yeah, I agree with this, Mason. And honestly, like DK getting hurt hurts him a lot, and Deontay Johnson now is hurt, and Andy Dalton has looked worse. Like, so his team actually, I'm less high on his team than I was 2 weeks ago. My thing is when I get to the playoffs and Zach has Mike Evans back, unless he has injuries, like he's gonna be really hard to beat. So
yeah, Mason. That's a good point. Sal's team is buns once Jordan Mason goes to 0. Sal has been peppering me for the last month about Josh Jacobs, and I've not budged. I'm like, dude,
you have Jacobs.
This
on your
guy,
team?
This guy wants to. Yeah, I have Jacobs and Pollard and Kyron and Rashad White now without Godwin and. So I'm flexing all 4 of them every single week.
Yeah,
so
I mean, it is rough.
I'm riding with Puka and Pickens, and I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
you've got some volatile flexes there though with Rashad and Pollard.
Well, Pollard is a very volatile flex.
Yeah. So
like he's what scares me the most.
You should definitely trade him Javonte, Mason. He's trying. So he messaged me tonight. He was asking about Jacoby Myers, which I like Jacoby Myers a lot.
Yeah.
But he definitely is. He definitely is panicking. Like again, he actually just sent me a message.
Yeah.
So I honestly don't feel pressure to make a move at all, especially a move that helps him.
Yeah.
But
he was smart, man, with the Jacobs stuff, but
yeah,
I knew it was only a matter of time.
Yeah. No, he was
too similar. It is too similar to Mixon's trajectory last year. Like
yeah, he was a hold all the way.
Jacobs is going to go off. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you. But yeah, Sal is actually starting to panic a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Which honestly, like I said, I'm a lot lower on his team than I was even last week. So that's just that's how it happens. But
yeah, he's got Sterling Shepard now, so he'll be fine.
It is funny. Who did you pick up off the waivers this week? You paid like $11 for.
I went with Trey Palmer.
You got to stop making waiver moves.
Just because. Dude, okay. Here's my thing. It is week 8. Waivers are absolutely they're absolute crap. It is anyone's guess who's going to be the most productive wide receiver, legitimate. And number 50 of the number of other reasons I could make out that don't include Danny's $37 bid for Carson Steele, which was just as bad, if not worse than mine. Like,
no, yours was worse,
dude. Why does no one ever crap on like Zach for bidding $6 for a defense that he's going to drop in a week?
Because
Like,
because
seriously,
Zach doesn't have a history of being awful with waivers like you do. That's the thing.
What's wrong with my waiver claims? I don't have enough.
It's a pattern, Nathan. Like, you've got a problem.
Here's the thing. I don't have enough waiver dollars left to be able to make a big deal. I tried to get McMillan, and I knew I was going to get outbid by McMillan. And at that point, you may as well just spend a little bit of money to ensure that you can get a guy that you decent chance of maybe doing something over the next couple weeks. And if not, you drop him. Like,
Chaos is right. Chaos in the chat says $11 on Trey Palmer is criminal. That's exactly right.
You know, I'm going to freaking clip this, and I'm going to destroy all of you if Trey Palmer goes off. Just saying.
So you're never going to do that because it's not going to happen. Got it.
It's just like Tyler Johnson.
He came in and got beat up by rookie Jalen McMillan literally right away. Like, there was no competition.
Well, yeah, because Jalen McMillan is a good wide receiver.
Also, Trey Palmer hasn't
that entire landscape has been changed. Trey Palmer has not gotten a ton of snap share. He's got like 30-40%.
There's another guy.
Share.
Who's the other guy that's playing in front of him?
Sterling Shepard.
Yeah, Sterling Shepard. He's been getting more targets.
Sterling Shepard is getting some opportunity, but again, Sterling Shepard, you know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
There's no upside with Sterling Shepard. There's plenty of upside with McMillan, which is why I bet the rest of my waiver budget on it. But
the rest of your waiver budget.
But yeah, I knew there was a good chance that I would pick the next highest upside guy there. So
yeah.
I literally don't even give a rip. It's not even worth me responding to people who crap on me for my waiver claims in the Flock League because I just don't care. Like,
no, we know.
At this point, if I'm relying on these guys to make a push and I actually end up having to flex them, I'm not making the playoffs anyways. Like, it doesn't matter. So
the discourse around you, like,
crap on me all you want
in the Flock League videos is pretty funny, like, in my opinion, because there are some people that just hate you. I'm like, why? Of all people, like, why do they hate Nathan?
What do you mean, like the guys in the Flock League, or
no, like in the comments, like the comments?
I don't even read the comments anymore.
Yeah, it's just so weird.
I stopped reading them. What, seriously? What do they say?
Like, they're like, I don't know. It's just funny because they like. I'm like, of all the people you could hate in this video, like they love the obnoxious.
I'm literally the most vanilla person that you've ever met.
I think that's why they hate it, which is so funny.
I have no personality. Like, I don't know. I mean, I understand if you're like, what's there to like? Not much, but like, what's there to hate?
What's there not?
Like, I didn't. What did I do to you?
Well, I think after the Jefferson trade and then the waivers thing, like at that point, everybody like deemed you the clown. So like. That kind of hurt your credibility.
Sure. Okay, I mean,
I honestly think that's what it is, because there are some people in the comments that are like, actually, like, I think Nathan's like doing a sneaky good job because Kyron has ended up being really good, which is actually true.
I swear those people just get like shoved down the comments and Mason's like, hide.
Yeah. Did you see Anna's comment on the video? It had like 150 likes.
I'm one of 3 girls watching this, and I can tell you I'm not here to see Mason shirtless.
See you, Mason. Appreciate you, buddy.
Was it that one? Yeah, see you, Mason.
He said, talk to you tonight, Nathan.
Oh my gosh, dude. I can't even.
I can't wait for next year because I feel like it's gonna be even better next year. I mean, we're gonna.
Yeah, well, I'm excited. I'm honestly excited for the initial video because I think we should go. Like, yeah. It'll be a blast. I'm gonna freaking have like an entrance song and everything. Like,
no, you don't trade Jaden Daniels for Kyler. Don't do that. Can you rate these 4 QBs? We'll answer a couple more questions here. If we're not gonna get any more site questions here, we'll probably jump off. We did get a start sit question from Invictus, so let's do that. Rate these.
Hey, we did it. Oh, go ahead.
Rate these 4 QBs: CJ, Burrow, Hurts to a rest of season. Okay, rest of season. I would go Hurts, Burrow, and CJ are the same, and then Tua.
I go Hurts, Burrow, CJ, Tua.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Josue, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah. So, what did Josue say? He's a nice dude.
Yeah, he's very nice. Very nice.
No, Nathan. Look, the thing that's frustrating about Nathan that people don't understand is like I would actually say this if I wanted Nathan to get positive attention, because I just don't. And Nathan is sneaky good at fantasy, like he always has been, and so it's like, well, actually, it's not even been sneaky, but like he does 2 things though. You did 2 things at the beginning of the year, and that was it. Everybody just completely had their opinion of you. which is hilarious. Like, no, all of you guys who are here know that Nathan's a smart cookie. So we would have already fired him if he wasn't. So, all right.
Wouldn't have hired him. Excuse me? You had to get your dig in.
Yeah, I know. All right, so let's do the sit question. If Jaden's out, do we go May?
Hired my butts.
Yeah, you definitely go May and a Jets wide receiver. Or do we stack Adams and Wilson? Oh, I see. Because you already have.
Not gonna lie, dude.
This must be a super flex, right? Yeah, this is actually a super flex. I would start May. Oh gosh.
The further I get into just fantasy football experience stacked year after year after year after year after year after year, I just could not give two flying flips about stacks. Seriously could not.
Oh, they're awful. Stacks are
like
terrible.
I could not care less.
I would just then it's between Adams and Wilson. I would just start Devontae Adams probably.
Yeah.
We'll try it one more week before we just say you know,
the Jets are bad. Yeah.
Well, that and like Garrett Wilson might just I don't know. Like it's been 1 week. So
I mean as much coverage as the Jets get every single week with mainstream media and just everyone in general, because they are an interesting dramatic organization. They are 2-5 and the Colts are 4-3.
Nathan,
just hilarious.
Can you read Cart Chisel's comment at the bottom here?
Cart Chisel says, I like Nathan, but not as much as Avery. I mean, I can't blame you, dude. Avery's got the radio voice. He's got the screen presence.
Right.
Yeah.
All qualities.
Honestly, I will not lie. Most of the people that say that Nathan is their favorite are because they don't like how fast Avery talks.
Well,
I talk incredibly slow. So
or they know that I'm a butthole.
I think it's just
like honestly, that's part of it. I probably trashed one of their trades.
We agree on 95% of things. I think it's just all about presentation.
Oh yeah, definitely is. Yeah, there are some people.
I don't know. I can be a butt about things. I'm a butt about JMO. I'm a butt about George Pickens.
There are some people that will just listen to me and they're like, I hate that guy. like before they don't even care what I say. Which is that's actually the truth. I know for a fact Mason is exactly the same. Like I'm sure Mason has tons of people like that. So Jiminy Cricket says Nathan's chill but stands no chance against the haircut guy. Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Both hilarious. You guys are better than Danny. I will say
I've got a really good Halloween is next Thursday, so the waivers video that day. So I've got a real nice thing lined up for them.
Oh my god.
I cannot wait. Cannot wait.
I will say I love Danny. Danny's awesome. Danny loves sports, and so when we were in Austin, like we just were chatting it up. Like the
stock exchange guys, man, they never stop. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, Avery and I do so much content all the time, constantly, that like when I'm not doing stuff for Domain and for you guys, like I gotta take a break every once in a while. Like I gotta like breathe. I gotta take like a few hours and just chill.
They're awesome.
When they're off screen, they are just as much ball as they were on screen.
Yeah,
it's crazy. They love their ball.
Yeah.
Badaki is freaking killing me the last few videos too, dude. He is hysterical.
Funny.
Oh my gosh.
All right, y'all. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for jumping on. Sorry if you had a comment we didn't get to. We got to as many as we could tonight. But Friday night, and the Yankees are playing. I will say I'm a Yankees fan, so I don't want you to hate me because of that. I'm a Yankees fan because Indy doesn't have a professional baseball team, and I grew up. My family lived in New York, so I grew up going to Yankees games, and so like I actually have a reason. But I do want to watch, and I think it's 0-0 right now. Yeah, it's
such a cheapskate.
And the Pacers. The Pacers are down 15 to the Knicks right now. That sucks. That's awful.
Oh gosh,
I'm not
the Knicks can take all the regular season dubs they want.
I was 8 when I started liking the Yankees. Like I was
hey, you know what? I cannot trash you that much because the Cubs are another big market team.
And also like I've been an IU football fan my whole life, and that hasn't worked out till this year. So
yeah.
All right, y'all. Appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for jumping on. We love you. Peace out. We'll see you later.
See you.